Good evening. My name is Stephanie Martinez, and I'm a transgender woman. My pronouns are she and her. It is my honor and privilege to welcome and thank you for attending the Austin Transgender Day of Remembrance on behalf of Transgender Education Network in Texas, our co-sponsors, and our community partners. Before we get started tonight, I wanted to do a quick bit of housekeeping. I want to thank the members of the 2015 Transgender Day of Remembrance Committee, many of which picked up and handled a lot of the details of tonight this past month when my life circumstances meant I had to effectively step down as chair. You have my gratitude for making this another successful event. If you've not attended a TDOR event before, the bathrooms, which I hope were unlocked, I'm not sure if they got unlocked, are under the stairs over by the entrance to City Hall. If you have not received a glow stick yet, a stone, or a program, please get one from the tent table down at the front there. Those of you who have received your glow stick, please break your stick and start lighting the evening. Let our light shine a darkness on this cool evening. If you're uncomfortable having your photograph taken, as we've told you before, we do have lanyards down at the tent table. If you have a lanyard on, we do ask that people do not take a close-up picture of you. Pictures at a distance should be okay. Lastly, we realize that this evening can be very emotional and triggering. We're grateful to have the services of Paula Bowles, who I can't see because it's so light over here. She's over there. Thank you again, Paula. If you feel like you need somebody to talk to for a bit, please find her. I wanted to encourage you to make sure that you note that next year, look at our website, transtexas.org, or email us, because our current plan is to find a different venue for next year. We don't want you assuming and coming to City Hall. And lastly, in years past, at the conclusion of tonight's event, we invite you to join with the organizers for a post-event meal. We're gathering at the IHOP at Cesar Chavez and I-35. The management has been made aware to expect us. Just tell them you're with the Day of Remembrance group, and they'll seat you in the back. So here we sit again tonight, gathered to remember the lives of those we have lost. Tonight, we have 21 chairs. 21 chairs that represent the lives of murdered transgender individuals here in the USA. They were murdered and silenced for daring to live their truth. Many more chairs than I'm used to seeing, and that's bittersweet. Because I don't know whether it's because increased visibility has led to better reporting, or because that increased visibility has led to more violence. That's something we may never know. As the year went along and the names started rolling in, some just days apart, I wanted to take in who we had lost. I searched out their stories of these individuals, almost all transgender women of color. I wanted to know who they were, more than just their names, more than just the ways they were murdered. Who were their family? Were they sisters? Were they parents? What did they enjoy doing in their lives? And because I did that this year, I've wept all the more. I'm lucky because I'm a white transgender woman. And while it's not easy, I don't bear some of the same burdens that so many of my transgender brothers and sisters of color do. Earlier this year, I heard somebody tell me a story about a black transgender man who was getting ready to start hormones. As was related to me, he said he was scared, not because of transition, not that that's easy, but because as a black man, he was much more likely to get murdered. That thought was sobering, and it stuck with me as I prepared for this evening. We have to make a difference. We need to end the very real systemic racism that permeates the society.
Okay, yes. Sorry.
It's one of the reasons we're looking to change our venue next year to a location that better represents the people of color community that is so disproportionately targeted for violence. I want you to hear the numbers. I want you to think of these numbers. In the USA, we had 21 individuals that were murdered. In Brazil, 59. Another 10 in various other countries I found. One individual on my Facebook thread posted there were 271 individual murders this year. And I haven't found that number particularly anywhere because our reporting is all over the place. I'm sure that many names go unmentioned each year. Beyond those that are murdered, there are many who have taken their own life, unable to bear the weight of a life that some do not understand. Or the trans person forced into sex work to make a living because they can't do it any other way. Or the homeless individual that lives in the cold we're experiencing tonight, or the heat of summer every day. Tonight, I stand with those names also. Tonight, I remember them. Tonight, I honor them. The change begins with us making a promise to make a difference. But for the people we remember tonight, that change is already too late. Let's all make a commitment to make that change. Let's not have another year where we're remembering almost twice the names that we were the year before, in a world where we can all be ourselves. In closing, I'd like to ask us to take just a moment to remember all of those names that we will not be speaking tonight. There's many names printed in your program, but the other names, they should not be forgotten, never forgotten. Thank you.